Hello students, in this video we will discuss on the topic quadratic equation. This is a very important topic in CBSE as well as in ICSE. In this chapter we will be discussing on this with examples. So let's start. But if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, then please subscribe it and press the bell icon. Okay? An equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation of x, and this form is known as the standard form of that equation. Clear? Here we have a few conditions. Here a, b and c are real, and the most important condition is a not equal to 0. Okay. Now, what happens if a equal to 0? If a equal to 0, the equation becomes linear. Let us put a equal to 0. We put a equal to 0, we get 0 into x square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So that becomes bx plus c equal to 0, which is the form of the linear equation. So the most important condition for this standard form to be a quadratic equation is that a not equal to 0. Okay. Now a question comes in the exams that how will you prove that an equation is a quadratic or not? For that, let us take an example. Suppose 2x minus 1 x minus 3 equal to x plus 5 into x plus 2. Let's get what we get. First we have to put it in the standard form. Okay, we have to express it into the standard form. Okay. Now, this is the standard form. Ax square plus bx plus c. So here we get a equals to how much? A equals to 1, which is not equal to 0. A equals to 1, which is not equal to 0. So it is a form of quadratic equation. It can be called quadratic equation. Okay? This is the process how to show an equation is a quadratic or not. Clear? Now let us take this equation and we will try to find either it is quadratic or not. Let's see. So here we get a equal to 0. So this is not a quadratic equation. Clear? Our next topic is the roots. The values of x that satisfies an equation is called the zeros or roots or the solution of the given equation. Okay? Now, a quadratic equation can have at most 2 roots. Okay, at most 2 roots. Let us take an example. Suppose x square minus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. X square minus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. Okay, we'll try to show that if 3 or 4 are the roots of this equation or not. Okay, so what we need to do, we just have to put the value of 3 in place of x. Okay, so what we get in the LHS, we get 3 square minus 7 into 3 plus 12. That means 9 minus 21 plus 12. That gives us 0. So 3 satisfies the given equation. So we can say 3 is the root of the equation. Okay, now if we put 4, so LHS will become 4 square minus 7 into 4 plus 12. 16 minus 28 plus 12. 16 minus 28 minus 12 minus 12 plus 12, 0. So we can see that if we put 4 in place of x, that also satisfies that equation. So we can say that 4 is also a root of that equation. Now any value other than 3 or 4 will not satisfy this equation, because a quadratic equation can have exactly 2 roots. Okay, a quadratic equation can have exactly 2 roots. Clear? Now the nature of the roots. The nature of the roots of a quadratic equation depends on the value of discriminant. Okay, depends on the value of discriminant. Now what is discriminant? Let us take an equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the standard form of a quadratic equation. Now discriminant is denoted by d, is written as b square minus 4ac. This b square minus 4 into this a into this c. Okay, this is the discriminant. Okay, now how it decides the nature of the root? Okay, for that we have to compare d with 0. We have to compare the discriminant with 0. Now if we compare discriminant with 0, 3 cases can arise. Either d is greater than 0, d equal to 0, or d less than 0. Clear? Now what happens if d greater than 0? If d greater than 0, the roots are real and unequal. Okay, if d greater than 0, the roots are real and unequal. Now what happens if d equal to 0? The roots are real and equal. Okay, when d greater than 0, the roots are real and unequal. When d equal to 0, the roots are real and equal. Now what happens if d less than 0? If d less than 0, the roots are imaginary or not real. Okay, now 3 cases. If d greater than 0, the roots are real and unequal. If d equal to 0, the roots are real and equal. If d less than 0, the roots are imaginary or not real. Okay, that's how the discriminant decides the nature of the root. Now, what is the condition for an quadratic equation to possess real roots? Okay, these two conditions, if we combine these two conditions, we get real roots. Okay, you can see if d greater than 0, then also we are getting real roots. If d equal to 0, then also we are getting real roots. So if d greater equal to 0, we can say the roots are real. Okay, our next topic is the methods of solving quadratic equation. There is basically 3 methods of solving this type of equations. Okay, first by factorization, that means by middle term or using any formula. Next is by use of quadratic formula, that we will understand by use of quadratic formula. And the next is the method of completing square. The method of completing square. Okay, these 3 methods we use to solve a quadratic equation. Or let us take an example to understand the methods. Let us take okay. In this example we will discuss one by one all the three methods. So our first method, by factorization. Okay, how to solve this quadratic equation by the method of factorization. Now first thing is we have to clear all the fractions. Okay, how we can clear all this fraction? We just have to multiply the whole equation by the LCM of the denominators. Okay, we just have to multiply the whole equation by the LCM of the denominators. Here we have denominators 5 and 5. So what will be our LCM? Our LCM will be 5. We know the LCM of the same numbers is that number only. So we will multiply the whole equation by 5. 5 into 2 by 5 x square minus 5 into x plus 5 into 3 by 5 equal to 5 into 0. Okay, so our step 1 is to remove the fractions. So here we are getting 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0. Okay, this was our second step. Our second step is to express it in the standard form. This is the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the standard form of a quadratic equation. So our second step was to express it in the standard form. Now our third step is, if we can factorize this left hand side, we try to factorize it. Okay, and we will express it as the product of the factors. Now here we can write 2x square minus 2 plus 3x plus 3 equal to 0. Okay, by middle term 2x square minus 2x minus 3x plus 3 equal to 0. We get 2x minus 1 into x minus 1 into 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Here, that's how we can factorize it. This was our step number 3. So what was our step number 1? Step number 1 is to remove the fractions. Step number 2 is to write it in the standard forms, and step number 3 is to factorize it and express it in terms of the product of the factors. Okay. Now our fourth step is use the zero product rule. What is the zero product rule? As the product of these two factors is 0, so they are, any one of them can be 0. So either x minus 1 equal to 0 or 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Here. Now the fifth step is solving these two, the simplest one. If we solve this, we get x equal to 1, or here we get x equal to 3 by 2. X equal to 1 or x equal to 3 by 2. So this is our solution. So what is our solution? Our solution is, what are the roots? Our roots are x equal to 1 or 3 by 2. So the roots of the equation, roots of this quadratic equation are 1 and 3 by 2. Here, so this was our factorization method. So revise it once again. So let's try to remember the steps. First, we have to remove the fractions, then we have to express it in the standard form, then if we can factorize it, we will factorize it, then we'll use the zero product method, and then we will solve those factors to get the solution. Okay, this was our factorization method. Okay, our next method is by the formula. How we can solve a quadratic equation by the use of quadratic formula. Okay, to do that, the first two steps are same. First we have to remove the fraction, then we have to put it in the standard form. Now next, the step number 3 and the most important step. Step number 3, what is that? We have to compare this equation with its standard form. And what is the standard form? Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. If we compare this equation with its standard form, what we get? We get here a equal to how much? 2, b equal to 5, but with a negative sign. Here we had positive sign, here we have negative sign, so we will write b equal to minus 5. Okay, and c equal to 3. Okay, this is the main thing of this process. Now we just have to use the formula. And what is the formula? The formula says us x will be equal to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is the formula. X equal to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay. Let us put the values. So x will be how much? Okay, that's right. A was 2, B was minus 5, C was 3. So x will be minus b, that means minus of minus 5 plus minus root over b square minus 5 square minus 4 into a, 2 into c, 3 by 2a. A means 2. Here we get 5 plus minus root over 25 minus 24 by 4. That means 5 plus minus root over 1 by 4. 5 plus minus 1 by 4. Okay. Now, how to have the x or the solution? For the solution, first we will take 5 with the plus sign 1, and then we will take 5 with the negative sign 1. Okay. So first, x will be 5 plus 1 by 4, that gives us 6 by 4, that means 3 by 2. So here we get x equal to 3 by 2. Or we will have x equal to 5 minus 1 by 4. So that gives us 4 by 4, that means x equal to 1. So our solution is either x equal to 3 by 2 or 1. Clear? Let's try to remember steps again. First, our first step is what we need to do. We have to clear all the fractions. The second step is we have to express it in the standard form, and then the third step is, third and the most vital step is to compare it with the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, which is the standard form of a quadratic equation. So we will get the values of a, b and c. Then we just have to put the values of a, b, c in the formula. What is the formula? X equals to minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay? Here, and then the method of complete squaring. This is the method what the students fear the most, but actually it's a very simple one. Okay? Just you have to remember a tree. So what was our equation? Our equation was 5 by 2, sorry, 2 by 5. 2 by 5 x square minus x plus 3 by 5 equal to 0. This was our equation. The first step of this method is we have to transpose the constant term Okay, we have to transpose the constant term from the left hand side to the right hand side. Okay, we have to transpose the constant term. Here the constant term is C. You remember this thing? C is always the constant term. Okay, so we have to transpose this C from here to here. Okay, so in our first step we will write 2 by 5 x square minus x equal to minus 3 by 5. Clear? Here it has plus sign, so it will have minus sign over here. Here. Now the next step is we have to make the coefficient of x square 1. Okay. We have to make the coefficient of x square. Now what is the coefficient of x square? Here the coefficient of x square is 2 by 5. We have to make the coefficient of x square 1. Now how can we make 2 by 5 1? We have to make 2 by 5 1. How we can do this? If we just multiply it with 5 by 2, we'll get 1. Okay. So what we will do? We'll multiply each and every term of this equation with 5 by 2. That means the reciprocal of the coefficient. Okay, whatever we get, we'll just multiply with the reciprocal. So we get 5 by 2 into 2 by 5 x square minus 5 by 2 x equals to minus 3 by 5 into 5 by 2. Okay, so what we get? We get here x square minus 5 by 2x minus 5 cancel equal to minus 3 by 2. Clear? Okay. Now the most important step. If you understand this step, this will be a glass of water. Okay. Now what we need to do here, we have to add. Okay, we have to add one term here and the same term here. Okay, we have to add something here and the same thing here. But what? We have to take the half of the coefficient of x. Okay, here we are taking the reciprocal of x square. Here we will take half into the coefficient of x. So what is the coefficient of x? Coefficient of x is 5 by 2. Okay, and we have to square it. Here we just need to add this term with this side and this side. Here we get 5 by 4 square. Here, so what we will do? We'll just add x square minus 5 by 2x plus 5 by 4 square equal to, here we have 3 by 2 plus 5 by 4 square. Here, so what we did? We added the half of the coefficient of x and the square of that term. Okay. Now, in our next step, we will use our favorite formula, that is a minus b whole square or a plus b whole square. I'm sure this is your favorite formula. Now, how will we decide which formula is to be used? We'll decide it according to this sign. Okay? If we have a negative sign over here, we will write x minus 5 by 4 whole square. Okay? If we had a positive sign here, we would have write x plus 5 by 4 whole square. Okay? This will be, remember this thing, this will always be our a, this will always be our b. So we will use a minus b whole square. If we had a negative sign here, we will use a plus b whole square if we have a positive sign over here. Okay, that equal to, we had 3 by 2 plus If we expand it, it gives 25 by 16. That means 16 is the LCM minus 24 plus 25. That gives us 1 by 16. Clear? Plus 1 by 16. Now, how to solve it? Now here we have x minus 5 by 4 whole square equals to 1 by 16. 1 by 16 means we can write 1 by 4 whole square. Now we can cancel squares from both the sides. We get x minus 5 by 4 equal to, if we cancel square, we have to put a plus minus sign, 1 by 4. Now x will become x equal to 5 by 4 plus minus 1 by 4. Now in the same way, first we will take the plus sign, therefore x equal to either x equal to 5 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that gives us 4 is the LCM, 5 plus 1, that means 6 by 4, that equals to 3 by 2, or we can have x equal to 5 by 4 minus 1 by 4. Okay? That gives us 4, 5 minus 1, that means 4 by 4, that equals to 1. So our solution is 3 by 2 or 1. Okay? This 3 by 2 or 1. Here? So let's take another look. First, what we need to do, we have to transpose the constant term from its left side to the right side. Then we have to make the coefficient of x square 1. How we can do that? We just have to multiply the whole equation with the reciprocal of the coefficient of x square. Okay? So we just multiplied. Then what we need to do? Then the trick comes, and the trick is we have to multiply. Sorry, we have to add half of the coefficient of x and the square of that. We have to add what? We have to add the square of the half of the coefficient of x. Okay? Here in both the sides. Then we have to use the formula a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square according to the sign this. If we had a negative sign over here, we will use a minus b whole square. If we had a positive sign here, we will use the a plus b whole square formula. And always remember, this is our a, this is our b. Okay? So here we had a negative sign, so we use a minus b whole square. Then the simple solution. Okay? So that's all for today. If you like the video, please press the like button and share it with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. We'll meet in our next video. Till then, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you.